Well, but with technology the way it is, we could still give the boys the credit they're due. And today, playing against the Hamilton, Ohio team, Joe, give everybody here in the UP an indication of just exactly what our guys were up against, because, I mean, that program, this was their 22nd state championship, not those same kids, obviously, but talk with me about the level of competition, how high it was stepped up today.
I think when you go up against a program of that caliber, those kids have played in a lot of big games, and maybe this isn't the biggest game that they've ever played in, but it certainly was for our kids. I think it took a little bit of adjustment for us at the plate. I thought their pitcher did a really nice job changing speeds, and had good velocity. But the second time through the order, we found ourselves in much more competitive at bats, and that's all you can really ask for out of the kids.
Well, the bases loaded, no out situation, Joe. That was a key moment of the game. If we could have just gotten a timely hit there, eh?
Yeah. That was tough. Anytime you leave them stranded like that, when you're still in a tight game, it came back and bit us a little bit. We could have really swung some momentum with a big hit, but that's the way the chips fell.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, it was tough for Nathan. The strike zone looked on TV anyway to be small, and his pitch count. When you're only allowed 85, his pitch count got 73 pitches in 3 innings. That's not Nathan, right?
No, he pitched 6 in Saginaw in 64 pitches. So, I think the zone was a little tighter than what we're used to, and that showed. They credit them though. I think they put 8 hits up off him, and that's pretty rare. They were able to adjust to his curveball a little bit, so it wasn't quite as effective. And they did a great job taking pitches to drive up that pitch count.
The other thing, Joe, is I thought you had the one error, but I like the defense. Of course, great play at shortstop there. We're not going to leave the interview without mentioning that play. That was a web gem there.
No, Bugsy really laid out and snagged that ball, and saved 2 runs, got us out of a bases loaded jam. Great play by him.
And it's not the first one, and probably won't be the last, right?
No, I expect a couple more out of him. We'll play. We've got Kentucky tomorrow, which we've closed the door on Ohio. We learned what we could from that, and we're moving on. I watched the end of the Kentucky Indiana game tonight. I caught the last 4 innings after I got some dinner, got a shower. And that was a really competitive game that went into extra innings. So we'll face a tough Kentucky team.
Well, you were though able to save pitching outside of Nathan, of course. Nathan's burned up for the duration here, but you've got everybody still available after he used the 20 pitch count situation. So that is a positive going into tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I talked to Coach Lamka yesterday in the hotel. We were conversing about what happens, the ifs and the whens, and we aren't scared of the losers bracket because the depth of this pitching staff is that's the strength. That's what's got us here. So we've got Bugsy Cardinal, we've got Callan Johnson, we've got Johnny Jency, we've got Thomas Dix, Gavin Hermes, Tanner Thompson, Max Cody, Wyatt, Basil. We've got a stable full of arms, so we're prepared to make the long haul back to Ohio or Illinois or Ohio, whoever it is, for Wednesday.
Yeah, you need 3 wins now, so you know what's up against. Last question, Joe. Describe what this whole thing has meant for you, for the program, for the kids. I'm guessing a lot of the kids probably they don't know just how big this is.
No, they don't grasp the brevity of the situation and what an experience this is, and they probably won't for a while, but that's okay. They're living in the moment, and they're soaking it all up, and they're having fun. They're having a blast down here, and when you come down to a place like this with high level competition, you either win or you learn, and that game today is going to make them better baseball players down the line. It's going to make them a better baseball player tomorrow because they realize and they see, what it takes to be a high-level baseball team, and that's the goal. That's what we're striving. You're in athletics, you're never as good as you can be. You always can be better, and the mountaintop is unending.
Well, this interview is ending, Joe, because you have other things to do. But, hey, great talking with you.
Get the boys to bed.
Absolutely. Get Jack to bed. It's past my bedtime here soon, too. But we'll talk again tomorrow after tomorrow's game, and hopefully we're talking about an additional game.
All right. Thanks, Jack. Have a great night.
All right, you too. Take care.
Bye now.
All right, bye.